Hi Pre-K, welcome back. This is Maura Sharon and we have Abby and Becca here with my assistants to help us with our letter M activity for this week. You know Pre-K, my little assistants here think they know what's going on, but they don't. Maura Sharon, I miss you. You would know what's going on today.
What's going on?
But today I have these assistants. So let's see what happens. Letter M, thank you. Letter M is our letter of the week. And if you remember, the song that we voted on yesterday morning, when if you're watching today, Wednesday morning, was Magical Monkey, ma, ma, ma. Magical Monkey, ma, ma, ma. Magical Monkey, ma, ma, ma. Ma is the sound of M, or M is the sound of M. So we all voted. Some people won the vote. Some people did not win the vote.
It's okay.
But
that's the trophy.
That's the thing. It's just our vote came in and Magical Monkey won, which is cool. I love monkeys and I love magic. So here's what we want to do today. I was thinking of what activity can we do for letter M to reinforce it, to make sure that even though we're not in school, you can understand what's going on. So I decided, how about I do letter M action words? So I was saying we can do mopping, or we can do mapping, like to take a map and put it together. Or how about mouthing, to take our mouth and make words, mouthing. Or how about matching, so like wearing the same sweater to match. Or how about, what other words did I have that were action words? Making, to make something, yeah. Any other action words? Words that you can do. Mixing, good one, Abby. What else?
I'll say like
No. Mending, like to sew something that got ripped. You mend it. You can sew it. You can fix it. Mending. How about anything else?
There has to be more.
Pre-K, you think of some other ones. If you think of any, send me a WhatsApp, because I would like to know other action words that start with M. Mailing, when you mail something, good one. So we said mailing, mouthing, mopping, mixing, making. We said a whole bunch. Mapping. But I decided one that I had done before for other pre-Ks, and it's my favorite activity to do with pre-K. You ready? My favorite one is called measuring. Measuring. And guess what? When we do measuring, we're using math. Math is also an M word, measuring, using math. So
I'll do the same math.
I know you're thinking, Maura, you're all the way over there. I'm all the way over here. How are we measuring anything? Usually, I would measure each one of you. I would. Usually, I would measure different things around the room, and I would have you run around the room and find something, and we all measure it. But since we can't do that together, we can do it on our own at home. You can measure your brothers and sisters. You can measure your feet. You can measure your feet. That's really cool. You can measure your hand. You can measure your arm. You can measure anything you want. But you know what? There are rules to measuring. And I want to teach you the rules to measuring. Everyone repeat after me. Rules for measuring.
Rules for measuring.
That was good. Thank you, my assistant. That was good job. So I don't have my sheet from school here, so I made you a new one. And these are the 3 rules of measuring. Abby's going to hold the paper and I'm going to tell you.
Repeat?
Not yet. I'll tell you when. Ready? Rule number 1. Everyone put one finger out. Rule number 1. It says here, start at the edge. That means if I want to measure Becca's hand, okay? I want to measure Becca's hand. Do I start measuring in the middle? No. Do I start measuring a little bit in the middle, a little more?
No.
How about here? No. You always have to start at the edge. Either I'm going to start right over here,
or on our fingertip,
or at the longest fingertip. That's how you measure. That's the edge. That means the end. You measure at the end, at the edge. Okay?
Can I get
So
good
everyone say
hands?
it together. Measure at the edge.
Measure at the end.
Edge.
Oh.
Measure at the edge. Yes. Okay. Now that's rule number 1. Measure at the edge. Remember edge. Remember corner. Remember end.
This is the
okay?
corner. Listen, can I tell you guys something? It's a little hint.
What?
Edge has an E and end has also an E, so you can figure it
End
out.
or edge. You both start with E. Good. Thank you.
Okay.
Ready? Rule number 2. Rule number 2. No gaps. No space when you're measuring. Whatever you're measuring, you have to
go
stick
here,
it together.
You go all the way down.
Ready? So let's pretend I want to measure something. And instead of using a ruler, I decide to use blocks. You see I'm using blocks? Simple blocks. This is not the right way to measure. No space in the middle. No gaps.
Space.
No space. You have to stick it together to measure. Whatever you measure has to be stuck together. Whatever you measure has to be stuck together. So you see X for the space, check for no space. That's rule number 2. So rule number 2, no space.
No space.
Rule number 2, no space.
Rule number 2, no space.
Use your fingers.
Rule number 2, no space.
Good, thank you. More Sharon, I miss you. Okay. Okay. So that's rule number 2. So rule number 1.
Oh.
Rule number 1, start at the edge. Rule number 2, no
No
space.
space.
Now
No
we're up to rule number 3. You know what? It's the easiest rule of all. If you want to measure something, you have to measure using the same thing. So if you want to measure, you have to use the same block, same size. If I want to measure something, can I use one block, one paper clip, and one crayon to measure?
No, that's not
No.
the same thing. You
The
have to use,
same thing.
you can
Has
either
to be the
use
same. Could be different colors, but it has to be the same size. So I can use 4 blocks. I can use 4 paper clips. I can
crayons.
use crayons, but I can't use a block, a paper clip, and a crayon. You see it? That's the rule. So rule number 3, measure with the same size thing.
Rule number 3, measure with the same size thing.
Item or thing, it's good. Okay,
Item.
so these are the 3 rules. Now, don't think I'm just going to leave you like that, pre-K. I'm ready for you. Becca and Abby created something that I can help you learn to measure. Okay, let's see if this works.
I'm not in. Candy box.
Oh, we lose Abby in this thing. Okay, ready? So we have this tape. Ready? We have this tape dispenser at home. The same one I have in school, right? I have a different one in school, but same idea. Ready? I'm going to put it up here. Now I want to measure my tape dispenser. So I decided to use these little cubes I have.
The ones that are also in the picture.
Yes, we have the same thing. It's cubes. Now look at me for a second. These cubes are all the same size. They're all the same size. So I can use the cubes to measure.
Different color, but all
What
the
if
same.
you don't have cubes at home?
Anything else? No.
You can use paper clips.
A ruler.
I have paper clips. Okay, ready? I have paper clips. So if I want to measure, I have to use my paper clips to measure. Only paper clips. I cannot use one block and then
3
one paper
clips.
and then exactly, and then 3 paper clips.
That's not how
No.
you do it. No.
It has to be the same thing. That's the rule. Same thing. So I want to measure my tape dispenser. Where do I start measuring? Do I start measuring over here? No.
That's the
What's
main.
rule number 1? You have to
Measure
start at the
Edge or
edge or the corner, right?
Start
So look,
at the
this is
edge.
going to be the edge for me. I'm going to start. So let's count. I'm going to put 1 cube. I'm going to put a little bit more to the edge because I can see from the computer. Good. Ready? 2 cubes. 3 cubes.
And just remember, it doesn't have to be the same color.
Yeah, color isn't important. It has to be the same size. 4 cube. Remember, do you see any spaces? No, they're
gaps.
sticking
No
together.
big spaces.
No gaps. Ready? One more. Let's keep putting them. Let me keep putting it.
There's a space more,
Good job.
Sharon.
I'll push it together. Give me a second.
More, Sharon.
I really can't see. Ready? So now I'm going to push it all together. Now look. Exactly. See? It goes exactly to the end. So I went edge to edge, end to end, and I count, and I put all my cubes right next to it. You ready to count, everyone?
I know how much.
Ready? Ready? Now, see, this is how you measure. We put the items right along the side. We go from edge to edge to edge, end to end. And now we start to count. How many cubes do I have? Ready? Let's count. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So if I say pre-K, how big or how long is my tape dispenser? You can say, Mora, it's 8 cubes long, because I used cubes. 8 cubes long. My assistants, can you show me 8 with your fingers? We do 5 and 3. 5 and 3 is 8. Or, yes, I forgot. You could do 5 and 3 like this, or you can do 5 and 3 like this, or you can do 4 and 4.
4, 5.
Yes. My assistant Abby, can you take a piece of paper and write number 8 on it for me?
What's your name?
You can do it on the blue here. You can do it here. Ready? Take a marker, write 8 for me. Big 8.
Huge.
Ready? So how many cubes long is my tape dispensers? Look, we went from end to end. We didn't have any space, and they're all the same size. How many cubes? 8 cubes
4 and
long.
4.
8 cubes long.
4 and 4.
Great
or
job.
5 and 3.
Was that fun? It really is fun. I know it looks like it's busy for
You
me,
guys could do it.
but
That's
it's because my assistants are so noisy.
more.
Okay, so let's do another one. Ready? So now let's take away our cubes. Let's see if I have
More Russian.
anything else to measure. Ready?
More-
Pre-K! Who remembers our tweezers?
Is it crab?
Mommies, whoever's watching. Ready? So pre-K uses the tweezers for their occupational therapy, for their finger skills. We use it in our class to make our fingers strong. We can either use it our whole fist and pinch, or we can use 3 fingers, and it has a hole for 3 fingers and pinch. 3-finger pinching is a little bit harder, but since we were using it so much, I think it got easier. But even for some people, even this was hard. Some of them had to use 2 hands and pick up with it. So this is our tweezer. It's a very good item to strengthen the fingers, and we used to use it all the time.
More sure.
So here, yes.
Was this one of the rules? No pinching people with it?
We're not pinching anyone.
And
No, they never
also,
did.
more Sharon,
Yes.
what else could you use to help?
To help you strengthen your, I'm getting tested. What else can we do? They can do a lot. Oh, you know what Abby's the queen of? Slime. So much slime. So much
We won't
slime.
even try.
Abby is the queen of slime. So slime is very good to strengthen your finger muscles too. Anything sensory is very good.
Squishies.
Yes, yes. No, it's okay. We're good. So now let's go back to measuring, because my assistants distract me. Oh, Sharon, I miss you. Okay, pre-K. So here's our tweezer. Do you see it? I put it here so you can see it from your angle. I have my cubes ready over here. Ready? Rule number 1. Where do we start?
The edge, the end, whatever, the edge or the end.
At the edge or the end. Ready? So I'm going to put it right here at the edge. I'm touching it to make sure it's perfect. That's the end. So I'm putting it here. Now remember, I have to touch them. You cannot leave any gaps. Start at the end. No gaps. Start at the end. No gaps. I'm making sure. Start at the end. No gaps. And as you can see, my blocks are all the same size. Do you see? My blocks are all the same size.
Remember, it doesn't matter about the color. Same size.
You see? That's perfect. Ready to count? Ready? I want you to count for me. I'm just going to point. You count for me. Don't help. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good job. Let's count out loud together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Guys,
show me 8.
guys, I have to tell you something. It's the same as the
Cake dispenser. I didn't know. I just tried it. 8.
That was a miracle.
8
was a
cubes
miracle.
long. It's 8 cubes long, right? And we counted. Good job. Let's show me 8 again. I'm going to do 8 like this. How are we
5
doing?
and this kind of 3 or 5? Oh, 5 and this kind of 3. 5 or this kind of 3. Oh, like this. Or 4 and 4.
4 and 4. Okay, 4 and 4. 8. Good job. So let's see. Now we have these. Let's see what is next. Ready?
Can I choose one?
No, I have another one now. Ready? You know, pre-K, we keep saying the same size. Well, what if you don't have cubes at home? What if you don't have cubes?
Use a ruler if you have one.
Well, we're not teaching ruler right now.
Oh.
We're teaching them how to measure without a ruler.
Okay.
Ready? So I have paper clips. Ready? Now, here's my problem. If I put the paper clips, can you see it? Yeah, you can see it.
Kind of.
Kind
No.
of. You know what? Let me see if I can elevate
I can hold it up if you want.
No, let me see what I can elevate it with so that you can see it. Let me see.
Try a piece of paper.
Piece of paper, elevate it?
No. How about
This. So you put this on.
Okay, yeah, that maybe works better. Yes.
Same place.
Okay, wait. I like the color of this. Let's see if this works. Ready?
Yes.
I
Can
don't
you
know if
see
you
it now?
No.
Kind of. And Mom,
No.
put it at the
You need something to hold the paper clip.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out pre-K. Okay, so paper clips are also work. I'm gonna do it for you and I'll tell you. Ready? I'm putting in 1.
1.
Ready? I'm putting it down. I'll pick up my computer to show you. Ready? So we have 1. We have 2.
Two.
Don't forget it has to touch. I'm touching 2 paper clips. 3 paper clips. 4 paper clips. And let's see. And 5 paper
Guys,
clips.
you might be thinking, why is it less than the?
I know.
Ah!
Okay. So let me see if I can show you
Should
how
I
it
do it
looks.
for you?
No. Thank you. Oh, that was okay. My 5 paper clips fell. That didn't work. Okay, pre-K. Gotta kind of trust me because if I pick it up, it falls. Ready? So here's what we did. Ready? So I'm counting here. Look, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paper clips. Now, as Becca was trying to explain, this is number 5. Show me 5. 5, right? Or you can do 3 and 2 if you want, but we're going to do 1 and 5. This has 5. But 5 what? You have to say the name of what it is. 5 paper clips. So this is 5 paper clips, but how many cubes was it before?
Can I say?
How many cubes? How many did we have before? We had 8 cubes. How come the paper clips are 5 and the cubes are 8? How come? This is why you have to use the same item. You cannot mix and match because they're not the same size. Look, the paper clip is longer than the cube. Do you see? So if I want to measure the paper with the paper clips, it's only paper clips. If I want to measure with cubes, it's only cubes. And so you have to say that tell everyone, ready? Mommy, my tweezer from school is 8 paper clips, 8 cubes long, but only 5 paper clips long. How
It's because
funny.
paper clips are smaller.
It's small. It's wider.
Like what?
Okay?
Yeah,
So
wider.
that's how we learn measuring. So what I'm measuring with is paper clips and I'm measuring with cubes. You can measure with anything you have in the house as long as it's the same thing. So I would like my pre-K to please measure something at home. Anything. You can measure a spoon.
TV?
You can measure, no, TV's too big, thank you. A doll. You can
book?
measure a book. You can measure your foot. Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
can measure anything you want at home,
You can
but
measure
you
a
have
book?
to tell me what you're measuring
Anything.
with. Are you measuring with cubes? Are you measuring with blocks? Are you measuring with a ruler?
box.
Anything you have that you can measure with, okay? That's our activity
Even a
for
colored
today.
pencil.
So that's our activity for the day. Measuring is an M word, M for measuring. And here are our 3 rules. Are you ready, everyone?
Yes.
Rule number 1. Start at
The edge.
edge.
Rule number 1.
Rule number 2. No spaces. No spaces. measure has to be the same size. Same size. Here's a picture of our rules. And that's our measuring activity
We
for
love
the day.
you.
Measuring is a lot of fun. I can't wait to hear your stories of
You
what
guys
you're
can also
measuring.
send videos and pictures of
Yes,
you measuring.
please send
I
me videos
want
and
to see
pictures. M for measuring. M is a really fun letter. We learn
Mwah.
action words and measuring technique. Don't forget, measure and send me pictures and keep me posted. Pre-K 1, Pre-K 2, love you. I cannot wait to see you. And I can't wait till you guys
Tomorrow,
send me
9
pictures
o'clock.
or video. Pre-K 1, I hope to Zoom with you guys soon too because I really miss your class too. More Shuli, more Gabby, miss you.
More Gabby,
Everyone
more
have a
Shirley.
good night,
And
a
more
good day.
Sharon.
And that's it.
Miss
Thank
more
you.
Sharon.
Bye, everybody.
can't
We love
stand
and miss
my
you.
Mom is very mean.
That was kind of mean. Thank you. Bye.